Hi guys, my name is Solomon and welcome to my YouTube channel. Right, so we are right here on KNUST campus. Today is World Environment Day. We want to have an interaction with some students to know what they think about this particular day, right? We want to ask them some few questions about plastics. What do they think about it? What are some of the effects that plastics pose on us as individuals? And as well, we'll definitely look at some of the causes of this canker that is facing the world at large. Come with me, let's go ask them questions. Let's go.
I'm Enoch.
All right, Enoch. So I have some few questions for you concerning the World Environment Day. Right. So we've seen how recklessly we dispose of our waste and all of these. Can you tell us whether there are any impacts of this plastic waste on our health as humans?
Oh yeah, thank you, my brother, for the opportunity. I must say, plastics that are not disposed well, they have a lot of impact on our health and then on our society as general. Okay. Most of the time, when you see places that flood, you can see that the gutters, the dams, everything, they are choked with plastics. These are the dangers the plastic can cause us. They have a lot of effects when they are not disposed well. Like they can have effects on our health, whereby we can get a lot of sickness from these undisposed plastics. But then we can recycle them and then use them for something better that can benefit all humanity.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. So on the issue of plastics, do you think it's on the part of the government to curb this issue, or the individuals also have something to or a part to play in it?
All right. So I think it's a two-way agenda.
Okay.
The government has a role, and then we as individuals, because when these floods happen, we as individuals, our houses are choked, they are flooding, it's have an effect on us. So I think it should be a national responsibility that the individuals and then the government, we all come together and then partake in this, making it an emergency or making it an issue that should be treated cautiously for the benefit of all mankind. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you very much. And for one last thing, there are a lot of people who do not understand what we are even doing, right? So I would want you to briefly, in your language, in your native language, just tell the people out there the effects of plastics and why we should stop the use of plastics. Just in a brief sentence in your native language. In Chi.
All right, Ghana for in la enim ohawa plastic ediba nipa edada sitinemu. Se ensuo to na eyiri befa wo fie a enye me na maye enye obi a wasi dan asi nsuo kwan mu nko a na emom ye nioma bi ye bole bi a yenkura ne ye ene masa na mani nyina aba enti misremo moma yenye oman papa ne nyina yenka mom na yemmoa na yenko plastic no ne yen recycle mfanya de papa ebeboa ye man oman ga na be ye a ejina me ne omienu so me da sepa.
All right. Omanga na be ya ejina menewo nso. Right. Thank you very much, Senior, for coming around. May God bless you. All right, guys. So I'm right here with my beautiful sister. Please, what's your name?
Boahen Elsie Fokia.
All right, Elsie. I can call you Elsie, right?
Sure.
As part of the World Environment Day, we are advocating and wanting to stop this, right? So I have some few questions for you. I would like you to share with myself and then my lovely viewers and listeners. Right, so the issue of plastics, right? Do you think the use of plastic should be banned in the country, or we can continue using plastics, but maybe in a more civilized way?
Honestly, we cannot ban the use of plastic in our country. Despite plastic causing a lot of problems in our environment, it has a whole lot of advantages. But then I believe as a country, as a people, we can modify our ways, we can change our ways in order to prevent plastic pollution. When we avoid the single use of plastic, I think it will, at the end of the day, the number of plastic going to the landfill sites will be reduced.
All right, sure. So I think you touched on one thing I would like you to further elaborate on, right? So I want you to tell us, what are some of the things we can do to curb this canker that is all over us? Because when you look at the effects of plastics in our country now, it is becoming, something we can't talk about, yeah? So what do you think are some of the things we can do to curb this problem?
Okay, so day in and day out, we are buying things, we are ordering things online. So one thing that it will help end plastic pollution is avoiding products with unnecessary packaging, and also carrying our shopping bags wherever we go. Because most of the times, the market woman or the market women, when you purchase one item, they are giving you poly bag. You stand there and you buy a different item, and this woman still wants to give you another poly bag. But then if you have your shopping bag, you can just tell them, oh ma, give it to me, I'll put it in my bag. At the end of the day, you come home with zero trash bag or zero plastic, and your shopping bag is reusable. So the next time that you want to go to the market, you pick your bag, you are good to go without bringing any plastic waste to your homes. Yeah.
Sure. So she's encouraging the use of reusable bags. So you go with just that bag. The next day when you're going, you go with that same bag again. No plastics generated, nothing to cause harm to us. Thank you so much, Sister Elsie, for what language you speak?
Chi.
All right. So I would want you to educate people out there, all right, in your native language, the effect of plastics and how they ought to shun the use of plastics to help us as a people.
Okay. Enuanum ni adofun maame no papa no yesre mo roba ya yusi emwayen yedim say yentimi en jai ne kra ba ebetimi atese ne yusu no so se na be ya nsuo to a eyiri ye mpotem no eso beti kakra na yenso ye ho ato ye medamo ase.
Sure, Madam Wasi. Thank you so much for coming around. All right, Nana Kwame, I have some few questions for you concerning this year's World Environment Day, right?
All right.
So, as part of it, I think the theme for this year's World Environment Day is ending plastics, right?
Yes.
So, I would want you to brief my viewers, what is basically plastic pollution, right?
Yeah, so from my point of view, I just think when we say plastic pollution, it has to do with the reckless disposal of single-use plastics. Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah.
All right. So the reckless disposal of plastics, right? So,
Yeah.
right. So what do you think are some of the causes of this problem? The reckless disposal of plastics.
Yeah, so as an environmentalist and then an activist, I just think we human beings are chief custodians of the planet, but then we share that responsibility by disposing plastic waste anyhow, everywhere, anywhere we find ourselves.
Okay.
So I just think like that is the sole cause, because plastics don't dump themselves.
Okay.
So it has to do with anthropogenic or human like activities, or like we do plastic pollution. Yeah. So
All right. You've stated one of the causes. So I want you to tell us again what are some of the effects it has on us. Obviously, it is a problem now. So, can you state to us some of the causes? Some of the effects this problem is causing, putting on us as humans and the environment at large.
yeah, so ideally when we say plastics, I think most people just think it's only the big bottles and then the wrapper bags we see around. But then in environmental science, and then as I said, as a student of the environment, we even have something we call microplastic. And then it goes deep down we find them in our rivers, in the food we eat, and then all that. So when we get these things in our body, yes, most of them are carcinogenic. They cause cancer and then the whole lot. So issues with plastic are very deadly. So it has like various and grievous effects in our lives. Yeah.
Sure, Charlie, the guy be enthusiastic. The terms they bring out, you understand?
Normal,
Charlie,
bro.
you force. Right. So I want you to do one last thing for me, right? There are many people out there who don't even know what this is about, especially people who have not gone through the educational system and all of that. Educate someone out there who does not understand English. Can you speak your native language for us?
Yeah, I would.
What do you speak?
I'm a Gan.
Gan, right. So kindly just say in a few sentences what the effect of plastic pollution is to someone out there to also understand, and then probably take heed to that to prevent the effect.
He was a Nyekpa Abola can show me. Shemo.